You are in a room with 3 monkeys. One has a stick, one has a banana, and one has nothing. Who is the smartest primate?
The one with the banana. Because it's going to eat.
Oh.
Why not?
Let's try again.
The one with the banana because it's the one feeding himself.
Oh, God.
The one with the stick.
You're in a room with 3 monkeys. You are in a room with 3 monkeys. One has a stick.
Than if you're just walking, you know what I'm saying? So that's news. And there's my baby Marley. Hey Marley. All right, I guess tomorrow I'm going to start. I got my numbers they give you like a registration number or certification number. So when you're certified, you get to keep this number and become a teacher, right? So tomorrow I'm going to start that. I didn't start today because I got the number too late. I'll be busy later on. I know I will, because my wife will be off work, and I can do it later on tonight, like close to midnight. So, I ordered a kettlebell, another one, so I'll have like these 2 light competition kettlebells, because I like kettlebell lifting, but kind of giving up doing the heavy stuff. Just kind of stay cardiovascularly fit. But God, it was January 14th, and they're still, and I bugged them, and they said that I guess they're made in China. They're out of Austin. They're a bunch of nice guys. I've gone up there and bought kettlebells from them. Now they don't allow you to do that, which is bull. I don't know what's going on with that. So, but they said that the shipments have been very inconsistent, and I'm guessing from China. Foundries over there, kind of irritating. So, I got a text from this friend of mine. His name's Fred, and I shoot archery with him. He was very helpful with my sister and stuff. Kind of just being an ear, and he kind of did a couple things for her, brought her a little thing to lay under when she was getting chemo. But he sent me something about, I got the video. I'll post it. I'll do a screen record. I can't.
This is The Classroom by More Perfect Union. How many members of Congress own stock? It's been years since any researchers compiled the data to answer that question. Well, we just did. And the answer is 49.7% of voting members of Congress own stock. That's 266 total members, 62 senators, and 204 representatives. Those figures include corporate securities and options that are owned by the members, their spouses, jointly, or by their dependent children. We found that 50% of committee chairs and ranking members, the most powerful people in Congress, own stocks. Plus, 4 of 5 House Democratic leaders and 4 of 6 Senate Republican leaders. Adding up the portfolios of every member of Congress, we determined that they collectively own between $218 million and $746.4 million in corporate stocks. We can't drill down on the specific amount because the stock disclosure law only requires members to report a rough range of the amounts that they hold. More than half the members of Congress are millionaires, and stock ownership is one of the principal reasons that members get richer while they're serving in Congress. According to a 2012 study, the wealth of members of Congress grew 15.4% a year, while the median working class American only saw their wealth grow by 3.7%. Take House Speaker Nancy Pelosi, for example. Her wealth grew from an estimated $41 million in 2004 to $115 million in 2018. In that same period of time, Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell, he saw his wealth grow from $3 million to $34 million. That's an increase of 1,000%. Has your total wealth grown by 1,000% over that period? Congress is getting wealthier while you are not. And it's principally because they own these stocks. And here's the key point about why all of this matters. Because our elected leaders' wealth is so tied up in stock ownership, it seriously affects the decisions they make about which bills do and don't pass Congress.
Congress gets like insider trading, and it's kind of freaking illegal, man. It's against the Constitution, because anything that influences laws needs to be elected. So if you have, like, I guess that pertains to lobbyists, not to Congress, but what is that, antitrust law? So that they're getting this trading. Comment below if you kind of, there's probably several people that know more about it than I do. I just try to stay current on the Constitution. I'm really not like an investor person. I just try to make what money I can, and comment below if you know more about what I'm talking about than I do. Right, so yeah, I think I posted this, that comedian that fell over and broke her skull. She says that she won't receive her 4th jab. That's kind of, I don't want to say funny, but maybe poetic. She was really making fun of it and making fun of Jesus and all that stuff. You just shouldn't do that kind of stuff, man, because he has the last laugh, man, straight up. But she said she's not. I'll post a video on that. It's from Patriot News.
I don't think I'm going to get the 4th booster, though. I will say.
The headline is, comedian Heather McDonald says she won't get 4th COVID jab after collapsing on stage, fracturing skull.
So it looks like the local, I think his name's Doug something or other, I can't remember his name, up in Canada. He was saying that he's, at one point he was like, well, we're going to get the money and we're going to beat y'all down and to submission the truckers and call them terrorists. They're going to lose their livelihoods. And so he's no longer standing with Trudeau, and you really don't want to. I mean, at this point, you know. I mean, it's pretty bad. So it's not a good deal.
Walmart, you can go shopping. You know, you don't know if the person beside you or not, but we also know that it doesn't matter if you have one, you can catch COVID. See, the Prime Minister, you know, hundreds of people caught COVID. We just have to be careful. We've got to always make sure we wash our hands and move forward. But, Colin, we can't stay in this position forever.
Oh, you know what, though? I've had like 30 or 40 subs just drop off this channel here. Pretty ironic. So I was like at 740, something like that. And then all of a sudden, like, all these subs dropped off. So if you were subbed and you're getting this notice or whatever, let's check to see if you're still subbed. Pass this around. So Hilleree, she looks like she's losing popularity. It's on a bunch of news sources that there's something like a 60% of Democrats want to hold her like accountable for what Durham's finding out, you know, and just all the excessive lying, and because it's just stupid. I mean, just to kind of let people get away. And and then I found this like little like meme animation, and it's a giant Trump with like big red eyes, and then in the belly there's like this little like dome kind of area, and the head of Hilleree is in the gut of this giant Godzilla type Trump. So I found that kind of interesting, that what it says is that movement was empowered by corruption, right? And it's enough, and it's destroying that corruption. The movement will. So, and it's not the person, it's the movement. The continued rumors and you know, and DJT sitting there saying, yeah, people are going to be very happy. So he will be the leader of the House in 2022. You know, because he gets the pick. You know, he's in charge of the Republican Party. so he can be in charge. Everyone says, well, it has to be an elected official. It really doesn't. It can be the leader of the Republican Party that can be the House. And it's very appropriate for him to do it. All throughout the out his presidency and his election, he held people accountable. And so this is the rumor now that he's going to be the leader of the House once there's a majority, and he's going to hold people accountable. So, and there's a story, and I'll kind of post it along with this, and it's how more insulting can you get than to have crack pipes give out the crack pipes, to have the presidential edition of the crack pipe, and then give it out during Black History Month. That's that's like insulting as hell. Now, there's another little release. I don't know. Some of this stuff, I just put it out there because it's believable, and you just don't know if what this person's driving at. But I'm gonna put it out there, and because it makes sense. I personally know two or three people that are vax injured. And my cousin, who lives out in California, her husband was telling me about that they know some kids that were injured and eventually passed. And that's how ludicrous it is. And we haven't heard from frickin' Newsom. I haven't seen Newsom in a while.
Because we're going to be waking up. The vast majority of people that have taken the shots are going to be going through a red pill moment. Not taking years, not taking even months or weeks. They'll be trying to absorb all this information in an extremely short period of time, and many of them will go ballistic. So I expect I expect frequent, irregular, episodic instances of chaos. But it'll be sort of an organized chaos in the sense that the people that go crazy won't be lashing out. Most of them won't be lashing out at the society at large. They'll be going crazy and lashing out at their abusers, very specific individuals. So it wouldn't surprise me, for instance, to see many of the people that we now title the elite be picked off one by one by one.
Now, Cuomo's younger brother, Chris Cuomo, I still hear about, but nothing from Andrew. But these people just need to pull their head out of their cabooties. This guy brings up some good points. God, what the hell? Bill Maher.
Finally, new rules. Someone needs to explain to me, why is bombing the only thing America can do with precision? We can send a laser-guided missile down an ISIS tunnel from a drone at 25,000 feet. We can put one through a window without even rustling the curtains. When it comes to killing machines, we're an atomic clock. For everything else, we're a sundial in the fog. After 9/11, we could have done what Israel would have done, hunted down the people actually involved and reinforced the cockpit doors on planes. Precision, done. Who wants ice cream? But no, we spent trillions attacking the wrong country and creating a giant homeland security bureaucracy. We've now spent decades in airport lines taking off our shoes while TSA agents pat down babies and grandmas. They say, if you see something, say something. I see us afraid to identify threats by likelihood and bleeding ourselves dry, just like bin Laden wanted us to. When people ask me, why are you so skeptical of what the medical establishment tells us? I say, because I've seen them react to a virus before. By 1987, CDC officials pretty much knew how HIV was spreading and who was in danger. Now, of course, there's no moral dimension to this, despite what Pat Robertson used to say. Gay sex is just as loving, natural, and salutary as the other kind, but science can be arbitrary. And instead of being precise and focusing on who should be protected, We launched a fear campaign about how AIDS was going to explode into the heterosexual community. Oprah Winfrey summed up what people were hearing when she said, research studies now project 1 in 5 heterosexuals could be dead from AIDS by 1990.
You know, he's not one of my favorite people, but 99% of the time, he's kind of like Ben Shapiro. I'm not a big Ben Shapiro fan, but everything that he says with smarts, you know? And, but why don't y'all go support Red Step Stack, all one word, on Rumble. It looks like the little Alfred E. Newman guy with a coin on his face. Like, I think it's a buffalo nickel. But anyhow, y'all have a good day, and thanks for watching.